The 24th, guys. You know what the 24th is. It is the foreclosure Zoom tonight. We will be going over what we're doing on the foreclosure side and how you can make money with us and how you can go ahead and join our sales JV team. I'd love to have you guys on there because I'm telling you, on pre foreclosures, it's not for the faint of heart, but they are fun. There's a lot of lessons to be learned. You're always on a time crunch and everything else, but the payouts are really nice, really juicy payouts, especially when you find a foreclosure with a lot of equity. So just make sure that you tune in today at 6:30 p.m. We are going to be doing a live Zoom. Guys, the links are going to be in my bio. So if you're looking for the link, it is going to be in my Instagram stories. So you're gonna be able to find it on Facebook pages. You're gonna be able to find it on Creative Finance with a Creative Mike, a Facebook group, and of course on my Instagram, on my IG, where I do most of my videos, most of my lives, and everything else. And the link is going to be right there. So just click on the link, register. You'll get an email. And then I will see you today at 6:30 Central Time, pre-foreclosure auction Zoom. You don't want to miss it. I'll be breaking down one of the pre-foreclosures we got under contract. We got hard money on it. We got a private money lender on it. We joint ventured on it, and now we finished the flip. We're doing a pre-sale inspection this week. If it passes, we are listing this property on the market on the MLS. And it is going to be a really, really fantastic profit. So, California, guys, California, Cali, one of my favorite cities. California is this. You make a lot of money flipping. You make a lot of money wholesaling. And you kind of, unless you really understand the laws, the tenant laws and everything else, you want to stay away from renting over there. To tenants, because it is a process. It is a very, very, very blue state. So you got to be careful with California. But if you got deals, you want me to look at them, cash deals, pre-foreclosure deals, subject to deals, whatever it is, Cali is top notch. I mean, there is an appetite like no other in California for pre-foreclosure deals, for sub-twos, for seller financing. I mean, the appetite is there. So tune in today, 6:30 p.m. Central Time with Creative Mike. I'm going to be going over some real life examples and showing you how to find these foreclosures for free. No subscriptions, no paid anything, no courses, just me, a couple of the team members, and just having fun, guys, just having fun. I want us all to make money. So today, I kind of want to talk about a little bit about something else. Talk about sobriety, right? So I'm going to be kind of vulnerable here a little bit. I went full cold turkey sober 30 days ago, to be exact, tomorrow. And I'll tell you this much: it's been one hell of a journey. I know it's only been 30 days. I've done it before where I've made it to 90 days. But I'm talking about, I cut out pretty much everything you can think of. From alcohol to certain pills, prescription pills, to trying to cut out candy, sugar, edibles, CBD, THC. Trying to cut out as much as I possibly can. But the biggest thing that I've done is I cut out completely alcohol, and it's it made me more irritable towards people, towards my family. I realize I've seen that I have a much shorter fuse towards people as well, and I guess my body is going through this withdrawal, right? Because I'm so used to being a social drinker, networking events, going out to dinner. I always have a drink, a margarita here and there. I love old fashions. It was kind of like, and it also numbed me, right? So when I'm stressed out, when I'm anxious, because I have a little bit of anxiety, and I wake up with certain feelings like in the pit of my stomach. I don't know if you guys have that or have had that before, but it's not fun. And so I'm trying to control all that. And I want to know like what are you doing? I know a lot of my friends that are in this business, which is kind of with doing business with me. A lot of them that are very successful are sober. Like they don't drink at all. Like everybody that I meet that's like on the highest levels of levels. Like for example, my good friend Abraham Gray doesn't drink, doesn't do anything. I hung out with that guy numerous times. What he does to decompress and just go ahead and relieve his stress is do jujitsu, right? And I do jujitsu as well, but I accompany jujitsu with drinking and doing everything else. And I'm not saying that I'm some kind of angel here or anything else like that, but it's been tough and it's been affecting me mentally and my family as well. So I'm hoping that it takes 30 days to break a habit, so I'm there at 30 days, and I'm hoping that I can continue this journey on and just stress, relieve my stress and anxiety by eating well, cutting out, like I said, I cut out sugar, but when I cut out alcohol, then I started craving more sugar, right? And so then I picked up Diet Cokes. I never drink Diet Cokes because I have acid reflux, right? So it's like it's this thing. It's like there's your body's going through this like I don't metamorphosis or I can't describe it, but it's been an interesting ride per se, but I wanna keep doing it, and I'm not just doing it for myself. I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it for my son. A big reason why I want to stop drinking and doing anything else is because I want to be there 100% for him, 100% mentally, 100% physically. I want to be that dad that wakes up in the morning. We already have a plan. Last week we went to see Thomas in Union City, Illinois. My partner Justina, she went ahead and planned that out. She's fantastic. She plans everything out. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't probably be going anywhere besides local events, local things, or parks and things like that. But with me stopping drinking, I started waking up early in the morning without a problem. Now I started waking up on Saturdays in the morning with him when he wakes up, which he's a very early riser. And it's been great. It's been really good, but also, man, mentally, it's been tough. It's been really, really tough. And I'm going to be vulnerable here and tell you guys it's been really tough. And my mentor, Pace Morby, also doesn't drink, and it's like I look at these guys and they're so successful. And I don't think Jerry Norton drinks either. I don't think he drinks. And he's also a person that I've met and I really, really respect. And all these guys that are on the highest levels, they don't do drugs, they don't drink, or don't do anything, or at least is what I know, right? But at events, I don't see any drinks in their hands or anything. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that if you have an addictive personality, I think it is a bad thing when you go from one thing to the other. So me, I have an addictive personality. I think it's genetic. I think it's hereditary. I believe that wholeheartedly, but I really want to try to break that because going from stopping alcohol and then going through binge eating. So the funny thing is like I'll do like I got a Saturday, right? Like I have nothing to drink or do or eat, right? So I'll just order Uber Eats, and then I'll order like 12 Krispy Kreme donuts, and I'll sit there and I'll eat all of them. And then my body will just like shut down and I'll just pass out and I'll be like, oh man, like this is like I'm gone. Like, and then like and I'm sitting here sleeping like at 10 p.m. My partner is there just watching TV, reading her books, and I'm like, man, like what am I doing? And then it's affecting our relationship, and then I wake up and I'm upset, but hopefully this is just temporary. And hopefully, this is something of a beautiful journey. I think I'm like a caterpillar right now, hopefully turning into a butterfly pretty soon. Because I don't want to be a caterpillar for much longer. Because because being a caterpillar is definitely not where I want to be. I want to spread my wings and fly away, right? Fly away into the sober world, the sober life, and I want to enjoy music. Music. I have my buddy. His name's Wojtek, right? So his name's Wojtek, and he's been sober for 2 years now, which is fantastic. He's a nurse, and he's currently getting his. He was becoming a nurse practitioner, right? So I think he turned 40, and he's just like, I'm going back to school to become a nurse practitioner. And like I really appreciate what he's done because we hung out together. He's out in Arizona, I'm in Chicago, but every time I go there, he's there. We hang out, we see each other, we go out for dinner, and I realize I've seen how much he's changed as a person, and he also, and also he's kind of the same way as I am. Like when we start drinking, we just drink. Like we just cannot drink just to have one drink. We drink to get drunk, right? And and that's something that I just don't feel like my body or my mind wants to do anymore. I want to find inner peace. I want to find spirituality, and I want to be overall a good person to people around me because I really don't want to lose them because of a habit of something that I've developed over all these years, and it's just and I just don't want to lose anybody, especially everybody that's very close to me. So yeah, that's just kind of me being vulnerable, guys. I know a lot of you guys see me all happy, jolly, and all this stuff, and doing all this stuff in real estate. Yes, I am. I am. But you know what? I mean, I get anxious all the time. I get stressed out. Sometimes I don't deal with stress very well. I started going for runs because I don't have time to go for jujitsu because now I'm staying late at work. We have a lot of stuff going on at work, and there's people that are counting on me and on my team and on my partner, and it's just so I want to make sure that I'm there for everybody that's counting on us to get things through the finish line and teach them and educate them. And so, let me know what you're going through. Shoot me a DM. Let me know. Maybe you've been going through the same thing, and you conquered it, right? You conquered it. You changed yourself. You found the light at the end of the tunnel, which is what I'm looking for right now, because I really want to be there 100% for my family, for my friends, for the closest ones to me. I don't want to lose anybody. Because my mind right now is just like all over the place. So hopefully, like after this 30 days that I have, it's all gonna change, right? So, I guess we'll see. We'll see what the future brings, but I have to be strong. I have to stick to it. So if you guys have any ideas, if you guys want to give me some tips on certain things, like I said, like I'll go from stopping cold turkey a lot. Like when I was 18 years old, I was smoking since I was like 14. I stopped cold turkey at like 19 or 20, smoking cigarettes. And I've never smoked since, I've never picked up a cigarette since. And same thing for weed. I was smoking weed when I was younger. And I stopped smoking weed because it made me like really anxious. So I stopped smoking weed when I was like, I don't know, probably like 18, 19 as well. Kind of the same time when I dropped cigarettes, because it's a downer for me. I can't do it. It makes me think too much. And I know people love weed and they love to smoke it. I personally, I can't do it. It makes me so anxious. It makes me think about the future. It makes me think about just things that like I don't want to think about. So I personally can't do it. Can I drink like a drink of like a little bit of THC and CBD? Sure. Does it make me anxious as well? And yes, it does. So I've done that before, and I just know that it's just not for me. If it calms some people down, it's just not for me. So I just got to figure out how I can be here 100% just myself, and try to limit and try to control my emotions, And so, you know what? Everybody's got something going on. This all social media thing that you see, everybody being super happy and this and that. Like, you don't know what's behind closed doors, guys. You don't know what's hiding in the closets. People are going through a lot of things, and they don't talk about it, especially us men. We don't talk about these things because we got to be strong. We got to be fighters, we gotta walk big, and some guys are just not vulnerable. It's just what it is. They gotta be there for their families and everything else. And I think when you also become vulnerable in your family, people look at you a little bit different because they expect you to be that guy. That they rely on you and they expect you to be that guy and be there for them and just be that protector, right? And sometimes your mind just doesn't let you do that, and we break down. It is part of life. It is part of life, and I'm tired of people hiding it, and then we have high rates of suicide with men, and because they're going through a lot, especially guys that are just working 2 to 3 jobs and coming in and just trying to provide for their family. I feel for you guys. I appreciate you. All you guys, blue collared workers. I love you guys, man. Without you guys, the world would not revolve. We would have nothing, me doing real estate is because of you, because of you, I can do real estate. Cause you come in, you help me with my projects. You help me with certain things like, me handy shit. I am just so bad. We were recently putting in. So I put in 2 bidets in my house recently, right? And I got this uncle. He's like super handy. He's 75 years old. He's my Polish uncle. If you don't got a Polish uncle, you're missing out. So I got this Polish uncle, and we're we're putting in a bidet in one of my bathrooms upstairs. And he's like, just hold this screw, right? And I'm holding this screw, and all of a sudden I flick the screw in the toilet. And he looks at me, he's like, kurwa. And kurwa means F-U-C-K in Polish, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm like laughing because I know I'm just like no hub. So I ask my uncle, I'm like, hey, uncle, if you had a construction company, would you hire me? And he's like, the minute you came in, I would have told you to leave. You would I would have known right away if you're up for a job or not. So it kind of sucks because I'm not handy. So if the end of the world comes and we have a line of people picking out like doctors, engineers, construction guys. I'm like that. I'm like that kid that, like, remember in school when you're playing dodgeball and and you get picked last, right? Because the cool kids don't want to pick you because they know you suck. I'm that kid that gets picked last at dodgeball. So I hope the end of the world doesn't come. I hope we hope there's no nuclear war because I am screwed unless I develop some sort of skill that is construction based or something. Because yeah, I'm not getting picked. So yeah, I am excited for today. Today's an exciting day. It's been consistent every single week. 6:30 are my are our Zooms for Morbies. 6:30 on Wednesdays, and 6:30 on Thursdays are our pre-foreclosure Zooms. So check out my video on Instagram stories yesterday. We were at a house we're under contract. Man, these people just are not opening the door. Sellers in Mexico. I don't know if they're squatters or whatever they have in that house. I have no clue, but we were knocking. Stayed there for like half an hour. Nobody's opening the door. I don't know what's going on. It is what it is, though. But you got to keep moving. You got to keep pushing forward. Listen, guys, the magic that you're looking for is in the work that you're avoiding. And the reason why you wake up with anxiety is because of the tasks you haven't completed the night before. You know those little itty bitty tasks that you keep putting off, and then your subconscious keeps telling you that you have these tasks that you have to complete. So one thing I've been working on is I've been working on completing macro and micro tasks every single day. What I mean by that is, let's say I have like 3 tasks. I don't want to overwhelm myself at night after work by completing all of them. I want to do one task each day just so I know what those tasks are getting done, those Zooms are getting done, those conversations are getting done with my team. And that's what I'm learning how to do, because I tended to put off these tasks and they pile up. Then I'm like, I'm going to do all this on a Saturday. And then I sit by my computer at home. I personally hate working from home. I don't like it. My mind's not there. It's not, for me, it's not a work environment. I know a lot of people love it. Great. All power to you. I have my office. As you can see, I have my own little podcast room and everything else. I like working from my office. I get more things done. I mean, I'm in work mode. At home, I don't know if it's my carpet that I have to roll my chair around in, whatever it is. I have a cool setup. Everything's fine. It's just not the same. I need like an office-based environment, maybe somebody to go talk to, vent to. Sometimes, I'll get an email and I'll get flustered, so I have to go to my partner or somebody in the office. Hey, what? I like this is happening, and I'm trying to control my emotions, but it's getting. I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at it for sure. So cool thing is we're finishing some projects. We got some more projects going on. If you're listening to this and you want to work with a real dude that puts it all out there, tells you the pros, tells you the cons, you want to partner in with me and my team, you want to work with us, come to my event, Schaumburg, Illinois. Schaumburg. John Sarasani's from Schaumburg. John, if you ever watch this, man, I watch your videos on TikTok. I bought your book. Your book for blackjack. You're a real dude. I see you're authentic. So I know you live in Schaumburg. We still haven't crossed paths, but maybe one day we will. So I'm excited about that. But Schaumburg, Illinois, stand up. I don't live in Schaumburg. I live like in between Schaumburg and Glen Ellen. So I'm like in this nice little pocket. So I go to these places that are like right by me. It's pretty cool. Northwest suburbs of Chicago is a nice area to live in. So we're about 30 minutes from the city. So if you want to go to the city, we're about 30 minutes away in an Uber ride, or you can drive out there. Not a big deal. But yeah, my event is Schaumburg on August 1st. So in about, what is it, next week or something? Yeah, I think so. Might be next week. So if you're in sub 2, come out. If you're not in sub 2, come out. Come out. We're have fun. We're gonna chill. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna have snacks. We're gonna talk deals. I'm gonna break down some deals. I'm gonna break down my experience with sub 2 and the network I've built and the friends that I've made, and the circle that I'm around with now. A lot of the people that I've done deals with, I've met through sub 2. And so I can't thank Pace for creating this community of people that are like-minded. And the cool thing is, guys, so I just recently found out that my friend, one of my good friends, is a next door millionaire. Now, I would not pronounce his name, but we had a conversation, and I'm like, yeah, because we're talking about because I told him, dude, you have a bunch of properties, right? I'm like, how much equity do you have? Because you can get a commercial line of credit and you can cross collateralize all these, right? This is the kind of stuff that you learn once you surround yourself with people like myself or other people that are. I'm always in rooms with people that are much smarter than me and better than me and more successful than me. Not necessarily, monetarily, of course, as well. Like, I'm nowhere near the people I hang out with, but eventually, hopefully one day I will be. I think it's inevitable for you to be there when you're consistent with what you're doing. So that's the goal. But I just found, I'm like, hey, you do realize you're a millionaire, right? He's like, well, if you put it that way, I guess you're right. I'm like, yeah. And you do realize you can take all these properties you have, right? And you can do an umbrella loan, cross collateralize them, get a commercial line of credit, and get like maybe, I don't know, 50, 60% loan on a line of credit on those properties. He's like, you know what? That's something that I'm going to look into. I'm like, yeah. So if you guys are in the same situation and you have a lot of properties with a lot of equity, guys, cross collateralize, go to your local bank. They will give you a commercial line of credit. They're gonna give you the line of credit based on the assets that you hold. And guess what? You're gonna go to a local bank, and guess who's a decision maker? There's an office upstairs. Guess who's sitting there? The executives, the VP, the president of the bank. Don't go to Chase. Don't go to Bank of America. Don't go to Wells. Don't go to none of those places. You're not going to get anywhere with them unless you have a big net worth, you know people, you have a private client banker, just a waste of your time. Go to a local bank, sit down with them, tell them your plan, show them your assets. The more experience you have, what kind of experience you have, they will give you money based on your assets and based on you. So sell yourself to create that relationship. I know a guy that lives out here, and he has like some kind of relationship with like a Southern bank, like 2 hours away from here, Southern Illinois. But they like him. They gave him a huge commercial line of credit. They cross collateralize all his properties. So now he doesn't even need any money. He just uses his own personal line of credit. He uses that. I think that the rate's like 9% or something. You can't beat that. It's interest only payments. So you buy your properties, you fix them, you refinance them, or you flip them, whatever you want to do with them, and you pay it back, right? So with that, I gotta get to work. I got a lot of stuff to do. So tonight, foreclosure Zoom, 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Link on my IG stories, and the other one is going to be in August 1st, Schaumburg, Illinois. To all my sub-2 friends here in Chicago, I hope to see you guys there. I love seeing you guys all the time and talking to you guys. So make sure you make it. Like I said, snackies, water, good conversations, speed networking I'm going to do. So we're going to do some speed networking, and it's going to be fun. So appreciate everybody. Have a wonderful Thursday. And as always, stay creative, my friends. Have a great day.